Hello everyone, now that we have all the basics set up, I want to rework the base, as part of it is floating and it is actually pretty large for what I would like. I also want to move it closer to our drills, as that way we will have easier access to the materials we need. Alright, in order to deconstruct, we needed an item. Where did it go? Over here, the deconstruction tool requires 50 iron. Now, I will admit, I'm not 100% sure if we can get the rooms back after we deconstruct them. I sure hope so. But if not, we're gonna have to do a lot of rebuilding. Alright, so how does this work? It'd be like right up against the wall. Alright, let's remove this room first, the workshop. And I fell. But that does show, yes, we're getting it back. Sweet. Now, I do have to be kind of careful in what order I destroy everything in. Let's do mission control. Wait, what does it say? Deconstruction may affect many systems that require it function. Yeah, I'll be fine. Nothing requires it at the moment anyway. Let's see, rocket launch pad. I do want to take out all the items, because I imagine that will get deleted. The launch pad must not be in use when deconstructed. Well, that might become a problem. Imagine this says the same, right? No. But we're gonna have to wait until all the potatoes have grown. Inventory must be emptied. We have so much food as well now. And water. Yeah, we're doing pretty good on the base resources, that's for sure. Must deconstruct snap building first. Oh, I guess that means the landing pad, doesn't it? Well, unless we take care of this room, maybe? But in order to do that, we're gonna have to get rid of the fuel refinery. We're gonna have to deconstruct this in such a weird way, if we even can. No, as long as we have this rocket launch pad here, I guess we can't. And we cannot launch this, or just haven't figured out how yet. We might just need a bunch of fuel. Up to 10. So I guess we should just make some coal and get the refinery going again. We can start on a hub over here. I want to make everything more compact, because these buggy boys, that you can see pretty much everywhere, will eventually attack us. I'd much rather have a smaller base. That way we have an easier time protecting, especially in the beginning. Seeing as I'm not 100% sure how expensive all the turrets are going to be. And I can see a lot of them flying around, and it feels like there's more and more the more I play. So that doesn't bode well, in my opinion. Also, I needed copper from the mine and not ice. We're over encumbered. Nah, even an upgrade doesn't do much to that. And I cannot put it back. Fantastic. Yeah, should have probably dumped a lot of supplies in a chest. Alright, make a bunch of coal. Can I actually deconstruct this supply pod? Nope. That's just gonna stay there, I guess. Jesus Christ. That one actually started screaming at us. I didn't know that they would make noises as well. Alright, let's make a new hub room. We're kind of going to need that, seeing as we cannot dismantle anything yet. And I do want to start on the new base. See, we do have a spare door. So let's see, where do we want to start this? Why can I not place it down? Can we only have like one base or something? Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. But that could be kind of annoying. So we need to kind of work towards the spot I want, or dismantle this entire base, most likely. Well, that idea just fell flat then. Well, in that case, let's make a bunch of fuel. Where I'm gonna bring a bunch of these rooms and other things over to the spaceship at spawn. Because as you can see, we're already over encumbered. And if we're gonna have to destroy the entire base, we're gonna have to hold a lot of items. This is if we can even destroy the last piece of the base. Because it might just not let us. If that is the case, we're gonna have to snake to where we want it, I guess. Alright, we got a bunch of fuel. We have this one rare item that it wanted us to export. Let's go over here. Slap this in the rocket. Needs mission control. God damn it. But I just put that in the bloody box. So there we go, mission control's back. Now we should be able to launch this, right? Okay, well, it will leave once I leave the area, so that's good. There it goes. Heck yeah. Okay, it says landing pad is clear, so now it's no longer in use. There we go, we can destroy that. We can dismantle the farm, the hub. We're finally getting to a point where we can completely deconstruct everything. I do want to dismantle mission control again. All rockets must be idle. Oh, that's gonna take minutes, isn't it? It's gonna take like 5 or something. Where's the rocket screen? Oh, here it is. It just says, yep, it's gonna take 4 minutes still. Look, we can access the supply pod from in here. We can hit salvage. Oh. Nice. Got some supplies from that. I think upping our carry capacity is a good idea. So let's start by crafting a bunch of stuff. How much XP is that gonna give us? 25? Yeah, I think that's gonna be good for now. There we go, we got 1 point. Up the carry capacity. In the meantime, I guess we can deconstruct all of these as well. Export funding 20 mil. Oh, damn. That means that it's done. Sweet. Which means we can get rid of mission control. Dump that back in that rocket. I'm glad we didn't export this one, because that means we have extra inventory space in here. I'm also looking at the next main objective. Our base is going to become huge, man. Look at all the rooms we're going to need. What the heck? Must remove snapped buildings before deconstruction. Game, there is literally nothing on this thing. It was just a door. Alright, good. Now I'm very slowly gonna make my way over there. Sweet, we are able to place a new base down. Hey, bug mate, can you help us out? Ah, he's already telling us off. Seeing as it does have to be kinda huge, what I want is I want to have it on this cliffside to start with. Come on, get your fat ass inside. It doesn't want to go in. Are we too heavy to get up the steps? That's annoying. Okay, well, there we go. Now we can. Don't need fuel refiner, we don't need that. Don't need the basic farm at the moment. I need the oxygen. There it is. Gotta slap this on there. And then we also need our wireless power room. That's gonna go over here. Right. Flip the breaker. Power has been restored. Oxygen is back. Unknowingly, we are still kind of far away from the drills, but I think what we could do is get our crafting stuff over here. This is just the entrance. It's also nicely on the cliff, so nothing should be attacking us from this side. Let's see, did the refinery have... Yes. Let's see, yeah, the refinery did have access to side rooms. Is there a way for us to rotate this, perhaps? Well, I guess like this. That's nice. Wait, no. Why did it go this way again? So we have a sky view as well. It seems like I cannot actually rotate these pieces. So that is a problem. So depending on how we're laying this down, will determine on how we build the rest of our base. I need something that has side access, but I think we need a T-piece for that, because I'm going to go more that way. I mean, I could always just remove the power room and place that off to the side here. Yeah, that seems to work out a lot better. Alright, sweet. And we have multiple locations to go. I would like to get the grinder in this refinery room as well. But I think that is in the rocket ship. I would like to get the farm back operational. And this is kind of close by to the drills. We just need the door eventually. The reason why I want to have it closed because the ice, of course. I'm going to leave these pieces in here for now. I don't think we'll need them. The workshop is a fun idea. I was thinking of using that, but it's just so big. I think it's going to make the base itself way too large. And I would love to try use this teleporter piece. I think it's perfect in this little corner. Because we can't build a lot over here because of the power room. So having a teleporter that goes up is small enough. So that's pretty good. Alright, my plan was to have the grinder in this room. But it doesn't really fit properly. Let's see, how is this going to be? Oh, that's very close. The mission control just fits. And then I guess we may as well have the launch pad out here. That's also a free door. And then the rest of the rooms are going to be built on top. Well, I thought the second floor would be like right on top of the building, but I guess not. Well, anyway though, the thing that we can use mission control for is also a crafting room. And then I'm thinking of placing the seed extractor, liquid processor, as well as food processor in the farm. which is more convenient this way. Alright, with that, we have everything sorted. And then this is our new base. I am planning on moving the solar panels and wind turbines at a later date. But for now, we have the hub that leads to the power room. This goes also to the refinery, and the refinery goes up to a second story. So there's the fuel refinery, and fuel refinery goes to the farm, as well as mission control. And then the farm leads to outside to the rocket launch pad. Ah, great. Whenever I'm standing here, I can hear that dude scream now. Oh, we need the advanced base constructor. It says it's found in here, but I don't see it. Oh, wait, it says after being researched. Okay, so how do we research? I think the only room that we don't have... Well, I was gonna say is the basic manufacturer, but there's a research station right here. Iron ore as well as ice. And this room does have to go to the top floor. So let's see, how's this gonna work? Technology unlocked 0 out of 122. We have 100 million funding. So we need to select a building category, so I guess the machine blueprints. Then machine constructor, I think it was in, right? There we go. We can unlock copper drills. We already bought one, same with the ice drill. All these are unlocked. Advanced base. That's gonna cost us all our money? What the heck, game? We're basically poor now. It does seem like there's also different types of drills still, so we have some other stuff to find, so I guess that's good. We should be able to build that, so blocks of ice as well as iron plates. How are we gonna get iron plates? Because that's not what this was called, right? It was a block of iron. It was iron bar, even. I'm guessing the part producer is what we would need for that. Yep, here we go. And that creates the plates with the bars. And with the plates in hand, let's create the advanced base constructor. And here we go. And here we can... These look huge, man. And they're gonna cost a bunch of stuff we don't have either. But I think I'll leave the colonists up to the next episode. Seems like we're gonna have to do a lot of crafting in here. And then we're gonna have to figure out how to mess up our base pretty much. But for now, I hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye, everyone.